All right, what is going on, fam? Welcome back to today's video and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about why it is so crucial and so important to check the date code on your tires. Whether you're buying new tires or used tires, it doesn't matter. It's important to check the date code, and today we're gonna find out why. You're shopping for new or used tires and you stumble upon a set that you really like, and you go to look at those tires and you get there and everything seems to check out okay, and they have plenty of tread and they seem to look okay, and there's no patches, no plugs or anything, so you decide to go buy those tires. You put them on, and then excitement about your awesome deal is short-lived because you shortly find out that they drive like absolute garbage and your car handles very poorly. Now you might be wondering why that is, and that is because you forgot to check the date code on your tires. So we are in my apartment and I just purchased brand new winter tires for my Jetta, and we're gonna have a look at what the date code is. So I'll grab one of these tires and I'll show you exactly what that looks like. So there's a bunch of information on the tire. For example, you have the size, you have the load rating, blah, all that stuff. If you look on the sidewall of the tire, you're gonna look for 4 numbers, okay guys? You're gonna look for 4 numbers in a bubble. You are going to be looking on the sidewall of the tire for any lettering, any four numbers grouped together in one little bubble. So it looks like this side of the tire does not have it, and if it does not, you simply flip it to the other side. You see right here the date code of the tire. So like I said, what do these mean? This means that the tire was manufactured and produced on the 22nd week of 2020. This is very important to know. You guys might be wondering, why is the date code so important? Well, first things first, the rubber loses its pliability and elasticity over time. So as the years go by, the rubber will become drier, it'll become harder and less soft, especially for winter tires. Winter tires, the date code is twice as important as it is for regular tires. It's important overall, but for winter tires it's just as important, because winter tires, you need them to be as soft as possible to grip the ground during rainy, snowy, slushy conditions, so that way you don't lose traction during your drive or commute. Now, once again, as the years go by, the rubber loses its elasticity, and what happens is the rubber hardens and you don't get as much traction with the tires that you purchased. If you don't get enough traction, the tires don't do the full job. They're not at their full capacity of performance, and you lose performance, you lose your stopping distance, handling becomes a little wonky, you start to hydroplane a little bit more. It's a complete risk factor as well as control in extremely rare cases. You're gonna show up to look at some tires, the tread is gonna look fine, you're gonna look for the date code, and you want to inspect the tread for any dry rotting. If the tires have full tread, but the tires have dry rotted, they're basically useless and unsafe, and they are at high risk of a blowout or just overall failure of the tire. 10-year-old tire with 90% tread, very dangerous, very unsafe. The rubber has deteriorated, it has weathered, it has hardened, it lost its pliability. So you want to make sure that you check the date code when you're buying new or used tires. This also applies to when you're buying new tires as well. Unfortunately, tire shops don't always sell their inventory right away every year, so they keep old tires from, previous years back. And, let's say it's 2021 right now, some tire shops may have tires from 2018 or 2017 even. And even though, yes, technically they're still new tires, they have already lost some of their performance and their capabilities and traction the rubber has already hardened over those years of sitting, so they won't be as grippy and you won't get the full potential out of them that you could have gotten if it was manufactured in the last 2 years or even in the last 1 year. The very maximum, you want them to be 2 years old, no older than that. When you buy new tires, you want to make sure you ask the tire shop, can I please have tires made in the same year or at least the year before that? That way you get your full money's worth and you're not wasting your money on tires that have already aged and deteriorated. I mean, think of it, you wouldn't want to order a pizza and receiving a pizza that was made 2 days ago and was just heated up, you know what I mean? You want to order a pizza that comes fresh from the oven, right? You don't want to order a pizza that's been sitting and reheated. Same applies for tires, except it's much more complex than that. And when you're checking the tread of the tire, if you're buying a used tire, make sure the rubber is still pliable. You could squeeze it with your hand and it's not super hard. You can actually squeeze it. That means the tire is still in healthy conditions and you guys have nothing to worry about. And make sure that the tire does not have any cracks or dry rotting in between the tread or on the sidewall. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you guys have learned something from it. If you aren't subscribed, consider subscribing and leave any comments in the comments section, and I will see you guys in the next one.